Let's say now, as an example, you've got an interview secured with someone, and you're looking, and you are face to face with your hiring manager or with the product lead or whatever it is. What kind of questions are they asking? What kind of things should you be prepared for from that hiring manager to ask you during those conversations? Aside from your kind of standard like interview style questions. I don't know if you've seen anything, Ivan, that you've been asking, or anything, Martyn, that you prepare your candidates for.
Well, this sort of follows one of my previous answers, is that we look for an experience of committing to a project and bringing it to the final state. We believe it's, especially in our case, because we generally position Sensorium Galaxy as a AAA VR experience, and that's why we require people who'd be able to take responsibilities for certain components of the product, and actually making sure that these components work as part of the final solution. It can be deceiving how easy prototyping has become in the past few years. Like anyone, you think of an idea, it might take you like a small hackathon or just a relaxing weekend of getting it done. But the thing that you just did, it's not a product. You'll need to scrap the whole thing, and then if you want to make it a product, you need to think of the architecture, you need to think of how it fits with all the other components, make sure that it works with the interface, make sure it works with the network part, to make sure it works with all the different configurations of hardware, and I can go on and on. It's again, in our case, while we are in entertainment and closer to games in that regard, but imagine we have online replication, right? So that all users can come to a single instance, see each other, interact with each other. Great. They can have a voice chat. Great. They can listen to a concert together. Amazing. But let's think that on the next day we decide, well, the next thing we want to do, we want to add levitation to our product. So our users have been walking around the stage, but now we want them to levitate. It's super easy, like for any Unreal Engine developer, to create a character controller that can levitate. But try to create a character controller that levitates in a product that already has this, and that. It'll break the physics, it'll break the network replication, it'll break the animation systems, and you need to make sure that whatever you're adding, that you can expand on it later on, and that other people can work and understand it as well. And that is extremely important, and that is why we pay so much attention to people who worked on game jams, that worked on their own products, and that they can show that they brought it to the final state, and that it's playable, that it simply works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just going to echo the same question to you, Martyn.
Yeah, I'd probably say the same as Ivan, to be fair. I mean, I think, quite a lot of the times, if people don't have kind of lots and lots of experience, it's kind of almost that thing where they've been to game jams, hackathons and things like that, or where they've kind of, I guess that they can show where they've been through that, the kind of end-to-end journey, and they can almost demonstrate each of the steps that they've followed and things. So kind of people can understand the logic workflows of how you've kind of arrived at the end product that you've done, but then they've got that demonstrable experience to show that, I guess, where they kind of use their either initiative or kind of innovation or whatever to kind of get it to that final point, but I guess where they can then show the kind of incremental steps that they've taken to get there. So it might not be, you know, the best product in the world or the best software or, you know, kind of application that they've developed or devised, but if they can kind of show that they've got the capability there and that kind of process to follow, you know, a kind of logical, you know, logic workflow, then a lot of times companies do like that because it shows that they've got the basic, you know, the base knowledge there to then build upon, and that's obviously key.
Fantastic. Ferhan, sorry.
Add a little something, just like a personal anecdote is working with a variety of contractors and development partners. We at the early stage of the product, we worked with one contractor with whom we've made sort of like a proof of concept demo, something like that. And it was done really quickly in about 3 months, and it had dozens of features. And when we approached the development of our main product, it took us 2 years to get to where we are right now, and it has less features than that 3-month proof of concept. But the thing that now what we have, it works, and we can continue building on top of it. And I would just suggest of really, whatever you guys do, really be focused on a bare minimum of features, maybe one that stands out, a couple more just to support it, the general experience, but don't go looking at, I don't know, Unity Asset Store, Unreal Marketplace, thinking, hey, I can grab this, I can grab this, I can grab this, and it's going to be like the next World of Warcraft made in XR or something like that, because you have all those tools and ingredients available. It's not going to work like that. So just be focused and show one interesting feature, and a few others that just show your general capacity of building the base things.
Well, I think that there's been a lot of fantastic advice there from all parties here. I think we've managed to cover the aspect from a hiring person through to a person actually on the product team, through to someone who helps develop out skills on that front. And I think like from my perspective as well is that it's interesting because when people join our company or join with our team, or people that I've seen join other teams, is you've got the final step, which is, okay, let's say you do land your job at one of these companies and you are kind of now on that team. I think the biggest thing here is that despite this industry growing at a rapid, massive pace, a lot of people are learning still while developing, while on their job, while creating their product, purely because it is expanding at such a rapid pace. So the thing that I always advise people is, like, a lot of people have a little bit of, especially if they've jumped from a certain sector or a certain career, is they have a bit of imposter syndrome when they join this space, or they look at this space and they're like, okay, what am I really doing here? Am I really qualified for this? But you don't have to be a complete subject matter expert on every single minute detail of VR or AR or the metaverse to be able to be good at your job. That comes with time, that gets built up with time, and I think that's an important thing to realize. And it's natural to have imposter syndrome when you're in a new role in particular. And now, believe me, a lot of people that you're also working with are also feel the same way, but aren't saying it.
Exactly. I think that's really important point. We have to somehow find a way that we can improve by failing fast, and all of us are failing fast. That's something that we have 1 month that you are always failing, that we want you to fail, but in a supervised environment. As Ivan mentioned, like scoping, we call it, like, is extremely important. So we give them only 1 week to build something meaningful, not all the features, right? And in that front, they are understanding what 1 week actually looks like, because sometimes you may not understand what does this time frame means for your development phase, and then you're understanding sprints, and you're understanding how to actually join forces with the others and even make a repo management, etc. So we are actually trying to simulate the exact XR Studio environment in a way that you can actually have less problems when you join a real company, you know. So that's something that is extremely important. And anyone here who are really thinking, oh, I don't know coding, I don't know anything, I will just tell one, like a small anecdote. Like one of our students, she was actually concept artist. She was just like making art on the concept art space with no game or XR industry skills, no XR or coding skills. And yeah, she had the chance to work with us, prototype with us. She worked very hard, and after 4 months of program, she looked for a job, and now she's really become like a junior technical artist in a one of the most well-known VR game studios that has a game in Oculus Quest store, you know. So this is definitely possible, but she failed a lot. Like she failed a lot, and that's what makes her really stand out, because she can show a portfolio that is diverse enough, you know. So that's definitely possible. It's all about you. Are you wanting that enough that you can actually commit time and energy and mind focus?